Hey guys, this is Mike from EdgeNote 50 TV. Welcome to my review show. Sorry for the delay. Like I said, I've got some internet issues going on at the moment, and I've got a little bit of a flu. So as you can hear by my voice, so I apologize in advance. But I thought, you know what, I've got a little bit of a flu, but I'm still gonna do this show. I'm always on the grind. You know how I am. If there's something going on in the boxing world, I want to talk about it. So that's what we're gonna do today. So we're gonna keep on the hustle, keep on the grind, and we're gonna talk about what's been going on in over the past weekend. Canelo versus Rocky Fielding. We're gonna talk about Anthony Joshua in the United States. Talk is finally speaking up about Deontay Wilder, about the 50 million offer. We're gonna talk about all of that. So we're gonna dive right to it. So first up, if you're new to the show, then subscribe to my channel, EdgeNote 50 TV. I've got my social media as well, so you can subscribe to all my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter, and all those social medias if you are new to the channel. On those, I've got all the news about boxing, anything boxing, that's what I talk about on there as well. And also my shows is on every Mondays, as you can see, and also I do a Thursday show as well. So anyways, without further ado, let's get to it. Now let's talk about the Canelo and Rocky Fielding event. Now, Canelo and Rocky Fielding, this is Canelo's first fight under the zone after he signed that huge 11-fight, $365 million deal. Now, people didn't think highly about this fight. I personally think this is just a showcase fight. This is just a fight just to show, as a good faith, is free on the zone, and this is the first show that they wanted to do. So this is a gimme fight. And I understand it because Canelo fought 2 hard fights with Triple G. So he has a little gimme fight. And then hopefully in the new year, in Cinco de Mayo in 2019, he's going to have a big fight. We're going to dive into that a little bit later. So now let's go and talk about the fights at hand on the card. Now, the card didn't have all the fighters that were supposed to fight on there. David Lemieux pulled out. So Tevin Farmer moved up on the card. So we're going to talk about that as well. So let's go break down the fights individually. Let's talk about the fight. Let's talk about the fights that happened on the card. So first up, I'm going to talk about Ryan Garcia versus Rodriguez. That fight. Now, Ryan Garcia. This is his first fight under his new trainer, which is Eddie, and Ryan Garcia is the trainer. As people may not know, is the same trainer that trains Canelo Alvarez. So he struggled in his last fight. He didn't do well, and they thought Ryan Garcia, who is only 20 years of age, mind you, needed a new change of direction. So, and as you can see, Canelo's a very good fighter, and Garcia can do very well learning from this coach, because this trainer has done very good things with Canelo, improved him a lot over the years, and they're hoping that some of the sparkle from Canelo and the trainer can rub off on Ryan Garcia. Now, the question is, did you see some of the results of that training in this fight? Now, the answer is no. It's very difficult to change a boxer's style straight off the bat after starting with a new coach. So as a result of this, you didn't see anything new from this fight. Not that I seen anyways. Now, it didn't help about the opponent, because the opponent was very difficult. He was very awkward. He was like bending his knees very low. He was moving his head a lot. He was being very difficult for Ryan Garcia to find his range, to find his rhythm. And he was hitting Ryan Garcia with lots of low blows, which, that kind of interrupted Ryan Garcia's flow as well. There was a few boos from the crowd because he wasn't playing ball, in regards to how they wanted the fight to go. But at the end of the day, Ryan Garcia got the knockout, which was very good, and he did what he had to do in there, so, but in regards to, did I say anything new from this guy? He's been calling out Gervonta Davis. I think he should just stay quiet and not mention Gervonta Davis, because Gervonta Davis will murder him and send him to an early grave. So, Ryan Garcia, just stay quiet, stay humble, and learn your trade before you even speak about Gervonta Davis's name in vain. Yeah, so that's all I got to say about that. So, yeah, I didn't see any improvements. I think that you're only going to see improvements probably after a few fights, probably in the next 2 fights. Then you should start seeing some improvements. It's too early to see some improvements from him now, but it's good to see Ryan Garcia. I like the guy. He's got the looks. He's got he's got the potential to be one of the faces of Mexican boxing. You know, after Canelo, this guy could be the next guy who's going to be the next star of boxing. So he's got the charisma and everything. All he needs is the in-ring ability, and he could be the next star. So Golden Boy has got a talent, and how they nurture him, they're going the right track, going with the same trainer as Canelo, following that same formula. Anyways, that's all I'm going to say about that one. So let's move on to Taylor versus Wallstrom. This was a one-sided domination performance. Katie Taylor dominated from start to finish. She controlled the fight, controlled the pace. She punched her when she wanted. It was complete domination of the fight. Wallstrom is this just shows that Katie Taylor is 135, is the best 135 fighter in the world. Pound for pound, best fighter in the world. I think she is the best female fighter out there right now. I think if Clarissa Shields went to 135, it's not going to happen because she's a middleweight. But if she did, let's say, Katie Taylor would beat her. If Katie Taylor was a middleweight, she will beat Clarissa Shields. And if she was at 147, she'll beat Breakers as well. Now, Katie Taylor, that she's been talking about fighting Serrano. That'll be a good fight for her. I think that she'll beat Serrano, no problem. And I think she'll make it look easy because Serrano, her next fight, she's looking to go down to, 110? To win a belt at 110? I mean, if she can go down to 110 easily, then she's going to, and to fight Katie Taylor at 135, it's going to be difficult for her. Katie Taylor's just going to dominate. You have to be serious. Like, if Serrano is serious about fighting Katie Taylor, she shouldn't be fighting going down at 110 to fight an opponent at 110. She needs to be fighting at 135, get used to fighting at 135 again, because Serrano is switching from MMA to boxing, MMA to boxing. Katie Taylor's a serious boxer. You can't be playing around at different weight classes to fight this girl. You need to be serious and come into it correct if you're gonna fight her. Yeah. And also they'll mention about Breakers as well. Now Breakers is 147. Now Katie Taylor said that she's willing to move up to 140. That's the limit. She's not going up to 147, 140. That would be a great fight. Breakers versus Katie Taylor at 140. That would even up the score because Breakers is a huge 140. And if she goes down to 147, so if she goes down, that'll be a good fight for her. So I think that'll be good in that sense in regards to that potential fight. They've been talking about it. It's unlikely. The more likely option would be Serrano. But overall for Katie Taylor, I love Katie Taylor. She's a fantastic personality. She is a typical type of person that we need in boxing today. She works hard. She's very soft-spoken. She does her job in the gym, and she produces the job with her fists. So I like Katie Taylor. I like everything she does. I wish her all the best. She deserves everything that she gets because she is a fantastic ambassador for the sport and a fantastic ambassador for women's boxing in general. So that's all I want to say about that. But yeah, Katie Taylor, 2019 strap season. Hope you continue as you mean to go on and do many great things down the line in 2019 as well. So let's move on to Farmer versus Fonseca. I'm struggling with flu right now. I try not to sneeze. All right. So Farmer versus Fonseca. Now, Farmer did what he had to do in there. Look, it's difficult to say how it went. It went 12 rounds. It went decision. Farmer won. I don't think he was uncomfortable in any part of the fight. I think that he was just practicing a few things in there, and that didn't make him look as good as what he should have done. However, we have to look at it into the wider scheme of things. Yeah, Gervonta Davis brutalized opponents. He brutalized this Fonseca dude. Yeah, Lomachenko fought a similar opponent to Gervonta Davis. He struggled a little bit against Pedraza. Gervonta Davis destroyed Pedraza. Gervonta Davis is just a different breed of fighter to these guys right here. Now, I appreciate Farmer for calling out Gervonta Davis because I think that would be a good fight. But let's keep it real and let's look at the levels here. Farmer got 12 rounds. Gervonta Davis is brutalizing opponents, brutalizing them. Now, Gervonta Davis hasn't fought in a long time, so who knows? He might not be the same fighter as he was. But like I always say, form is temporary, class is permanent, and Gervonta Davis is a class act. And if you want to be up there with Gervonta Davis, you need to be showing that your levels above for the Fonsecas of this world, the Pedrazas of this world. You need to show that, yeah? And Trevin Farmer, even though he won, and won, I think, convincingly, it wasn't the dazzling performance that I expected from Tevin Farmer. Now, what is he going to do in 2019? They say that he's got a fight in Philly coming up in 2019 lined up, and Eddie Hearn said he's going to announce it this week or sometime next week. Me, the way DAZN is going at the moment, like what they did with Andrade, giving him a dodgy opponent, I'm predicting that it's going to be another dodgy opponent in Philly. I wouldn't be surprised if it's John O'Carroll, because they've been talking about that fight for a long time. I just want him to be in unification fights now, fighting for belts, and tougher fights. It's good that he's fighting regularly, but I need to see him up his level of opponents now. We need to see what he's really got. Gervonta Davis fight we all want to see, but I don't think that's not going to happen in the near future. But other opponents, I would like to see him fight higher level fighters. You know, maybe fight Pedraza again. You know, he lost to Pedraza. Maybe fight him again and see what happens there. Like, has he improved since he lost to Pedraza? He has improved, but maybe that'll be a good fight. So that's something that I would say I would like to see him in. But yeah, that's all I got to say on that one anyways, with Farmer. But I hope to up his opponent in 2019. So finally, you've got Canelo versus Rocky Fielding. Now, what can I say about this one? I'm very disappointed in this fight. I'm very, very disappointed. I'm saddened by this fight. What transpired. I'm not disappointed in Canelo, because Canelo did what I expected him to do. In the preview show, I said that he was going to knock him out, and he was going to knock him out to the body. And he knocked him out, and he knocked him out to the body. Exactly how I predicted it was going to be. What I'm disappointed in is Rocky Fielding's performance. I mean, we have to question his trainer. What was his trainer? Jamie Moore? We have to question this guy, because this guy had the reach, he had the height, he had the weight, he had all the physical advantages over Canelo Alvarez. And in the fight, he used absolutely none of it. Absolutely none of it whatsoever. The complete opposite tactics that you should do against Canelo, he went completely against every single tactic that he should have done, and done the complete opposite. What the hell was he thinking? And do you know what really pissed me off, that annoyed me? He was smiling after it. He was happy he got beat. What was the point of getting in the ring? Just hand Canelo the belt at the press conference and be done with it. Why get in the ring if you're going to be all happy and smiley? Oh, I lost to Canelo. Yippee-ki-yay, yippee-ki-yay. Forget all that nonsense. Like, this is why, you know, people overseas take the mick out of UK fighters. When you get UK fighters like this coming over, smiling that he lost to Canelo, it's like, no. Oh, look, and he got knocked. The first time he got knocked down, he was smiling. Oh, yeah, great. The second time, oh, yeah, that's great. Oh, I got hit by Canelo. Wee. It's like, come on. Where's the balls? Where's the guismo? Where's the cojones? As they say in Viva Mexico, huh? Like, I mean, I was just disappointed in his performance. I think he should have done better. I think that he should have fought from range, try to do the jab. Even if you're limited, okay, even if you're limited, you're not good at doing the jab and doing all those things, you should have at least attempted. Try. That's all we asked. Try to do it. But no, he didn't. He just went close up, and Canelo was hitting him to the body whenever he wanted. It was just, I was just disappointed in Rocky Fielding. I don't care if I see this guy fight again. I just don't want to look at this guy right now. You know, it's just. I mean, did Jamie Moore tell him that was his? What, did he just go in there and forget the tactics? Did Jamie Moore train him in training camp all through that time to do that? I don't know, but Jamie Moore's got questions to answer. I mean, like, what the hell were they thinking doing those tactics? I just don't know. I mean, you know, people can say, oh, it's easy to talk when you're not boxing and blah, blah, blah. Forget what you're talking about. You know, you don't have to be a boxer. You don't have to be a professional to know that when you got height and reach, you use all your advantages that you can in the ring. It doesn't take a brain surgeon, a scientist to know that. Anyways, Canelo goes on. Now, enough about Fielding. I don't want to talk about it no more. I had enough. And let's talk about Canelo Alvarez. This was just a showcase fight anyways. And yes, first fight on the zone. So we give him that's a gimme. But the question is, where does Canelo go from here? Now, there's lots of options for him. There's Demetrius Andrade. There's Daniel Jacobs. There's Triple G. There's Jamal Charlo. And there's the wild card. Maybe Billy Joe Saunders. Maybe he could fight Canelo on that date. That's unlikely, but hey, I'm throwing him that name in there. So, who should I think? Now, the question comes to two things. Who do I think he's going to fight? And who I want him to fight. Now, I think it's going to be, I want it to be Daniel Jacobs, because I don't want to see any more Canelo versus Triple G, because the judges are always going to be on Canelo's side. Let's keep it real. But I want to see something different. That's why I want Daniel Jacobs. He deserves it. He's a champion, and I think it's a unification fight as well. So I think it'll be very good. Charlo, I don't think he should fight Charlo, because Charlo, you know, is not going to be as interesting. He hasn't got a belt. He hasn't really fought anybody at 160 yet. So, you know, I don't think he should fight Charlo yet. I think Charlo needs to fight somebody, you know, and not fight. He's not fighting Harrison anymore. He's not fighting Monroe anymore. He's fighting someone else. But he shouldn't be fighting. He needs to fight somebody. Andrade's already got a fight announced against some dude I don't know about. I think he lost to Saunders or something. So I think that the Jacobs fight makes more sense. Eddie Hearn said in an interview that he feels that he said that DAZN want that fight. DAZN want that fight next. So I'm thinking, well, or maybe I'm doing it wrong. You put 2 and 2 together. DAZN wants Canelo Jacobs. Jacobs is with Matchroom. DAZN is an employee of DAZN. Canelo is an employee of DAZN. And if DAZN is paying your wages, and the company that's paying your wages is telling you want to fight Jacobs next, then there's a high possibility that he's going to fight Daniel Jacobs. Now, Canelo is known for being a duck and ducking opponents that he doesn't want to fight and finding ways around it. The only way he can probably get out of fighting Daniel Jacobs is if he can get a fight with Triple G. And I feel that there's a high possibility that his Triple G number 3 is going to be next in Vegas or whatever. Which I don't want. I mean, how many trilogies are going to be fantastic trilogy? No, it's not going to be a fantastic trilogy. The first one was a robbery. The second one, yeah, you could say, okay, but it's still wrong decision. So the third one is going to be what? If it's a dodgy decision, how can it be a classic? When all you're talking about is a controversy. So I want Daniel Jacobs next. Eddie Hearn says there's a high possibility they will be next because DAZN want that fight, and he said specifically DAZN want it. So what DAZN wants, they get. And if you're paying someone $365 million and they saying to you, we want Daniel Jacobs next, then you better do what they say, because you're an employee now of the zone, and the zone pay your wages, so you better do your job, boy. So I think that's you know. So I hope that happens. If he fights a David Lemieux, if he fights a bum, if he fights someone that we don't care about in Cinco de Mayo, then I'm not watching it. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to, you know, Canelo is dead to me. I wouldn't go that far. I'm only joking about the dead to me part, but I'm gonna watch it obviously because it's my job to watch the boxing. But, you know, I'm not going to be happy about it, and I'm going to trash him fighting a bum in his next fight anytime I get. So he better fight someone decent, and I think hopefully he will. So that's my reviews of all the cards in that Canelo versus Fielding fight. So let's talk about AJ. So AJ has come out in the media and started talking about Tyson Fury, started talking about potential AJ Wilder fight, you know, how the negotiations should be, what he wants to offer. He's been this is probably the most I've heard AJ speak about Wilder since the whole Wilder AJ thing has happened. He's literally gone to America, been on every single show he can go on, and started talking about, I want Wilder, I want Wilder. Now, let's break this down. I'm going to try and be quick. I'm going to try and be brief with it as well. But let's break this down for a minute. Yeah? When Wilder was running his mouth, saying he wanted AJ said nothing. Because that's his personality. He's not the kind of person to run his mouth and start shouting. People are saying, oh, AJ's chicken, AJ's ducking, AJ blah, 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 not saying nothing. But then now, he comes out in the media and does what the public wanted him to do, talking, running his mouth and everything. Then people are going, oh, it's damage control. He's no damage control. He's begging. I mean, the double standards, the contradiction I'm hearing from the media is absolutely disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. If you want to listen to real talk, to what's really going on, then you listen to me right now and listen to what's really going on. Yeah? It's very simple. Take the bias aside. You may be an AJ fan. You may be a Wilder fan. Forget all that. Look at what's happening. One individual has come out and says, I want to fight the champion. I'm interested in fighting the champion at this date. Another person has said, I'm not interested in fighting the champion. I want to fight someone else and not the champion. Forget the names. Forget who said those words. If two people that you hear saying one thing and another person saying another thing, then who would you say is not interested in the fight? The person that's saying they want the fight, or the person that's saying they're not interested in the fight? All the way through, AJ said he wanted to fight Fury. Sorry, he wanted to fight Wilder. He's never said at no point, I'm not interested in fighting Wilder. All the way through, he said he wanted to fight Wilder. Where has it been where AJ has said he doesn't want to fight Wilder? Somebody show me in a video of Anthony Joshua saying, I don't want to fight Wilder. Show me one. Let's talk facts. Show me videos. Anyone can show me a video of Anthony Joshua saying, I don't want to fight Wilder. Can someone please show me a video? Because last time I checked, he's been saying all the way through, I want to fight Wilder. But I can show you tons of videos, loads of videos of Deontay Wilder saying, I don't want to fight AJ. I can show you 5 separate videos of Wilder saying, I don't want to fight AJ. I'm not interested in fighting AJ. I don't want to fight AJ in April. I don't want to fight AJ. So let's look at the facts here. Let's talk facts. Let's not talk make-believe. Yeah? The reality is, Anthony Joshua has said in every single video, when asked, that he wants to fight Wilder. There is no video out in the public domain in Google. Post it on my comments if you find one that says that he doesn't want to fight Wilder. I can post you loads of videos now of Deontay Wilder saying that he doesn't want to fight AJ. But somehow, in the alternate universe where common sense does not exist, we think that Anthony Joshua does not want to fight Deontay Wilder. Where is all this coming from? Where is it all coming from? I do not understand. I am confused. So anyways, anybody knows a video of what AJ saying he's not interested in fighting Wilder, post it so I can look, because I don't know. I haven't seen anything. But with Wilder, I've seen plenty. And if anyone don't know, I can post all the Wilder videos that says he doesn't want to fight AJ. I think I'm in the twilight zone because common sense does not exist anymore. It does not exist. Anyways, he's been talking about negotiations in regards to the Wilder fight. He says that he's going to offer Wilder double what he earned in the Fury fight. He's talking about a flat fee, which a lot of people say they don't like flat fees. But let's be real. If the flat fee is double, let's repeat that, double what he earned for the Tyson Fury fight, you accept it. Simple. You accept it. There is no arguments about it. People start talking about flat fee. Let's think about it. I'm going to offer you a flat fee, which is double what you earned for Tyson Fury, double, plus incentives and upside on top of that. And you don't take that? Really? Really, Wilder? You don't want to take double what you earn for Fury. You don't want to fight for unification. You don't want to fight in April. But in the Twilight Zone, in a Twilight Zone, in an alternate universe, that common sense doesn't exist. AJ doesn't want the fight. Is that where I'm confused, guys? I'm confused. Yeah? So people that have seen any videos of AJ saying he doesn't want to fight Wilder, please post it to me because I haven't seen any yet. But I've seen plenty of videos, him on ESPN, him talking on many shows saying he doesn't want to fight AJ. I've seen plenty of videos of Wilder specifically saying he doesn't want to fight AJ in April. Loads. But then AJ doesn't want the fight though. But it's AJ the one that's stuck in. Okay, I'm a little bit confused. But, you know, that's something that I'm you know, so please clear this up for me because I'm confused about that. Yeah, I'm just confused. So anyways, that's my opinion on the whole situation. If someone's offering you a lot of money, forget flat fee or whatever. A flat fee which is double what you earned in your last fight, in your biggest ever payday, you take it. No, non-stop. So at the end of the day, whether Wilder takes the offer or not, who knows? Frank Warren said recently that they are looking at a rematch for, you know, around, I think it's March time or something like that. If that happens or not, who knows? But I just think that if AJ's serious about that money that they're looking to pay, they should at least consider it and at least think about it, you know? Let's have a look at the comment section. Yeah, so AJD, how's it going? He's saying that Wilder made $6 million for fighting Fury, 28 to 75k profitable pay-per-view after the break-even mark of 250. Yeah, so okay, I'm gonna talk about pay-per-view numbers. I'm gonna talk about that. If you want to listen to Real Talk, this is where you're gonna find Real Talk here. Now, let's break this down. I'm talking about facts, which are videos that's been posted, which are available to the public domain if they want to look at it. Espinosa, who is the executive of Showtime, said he'll be very happy if the Wilder Fury does 400,000 pay-per-views. He said he'll be very happy if he did 400 pay-per-views. There's a video on this. Anybody wants to know, I'll send you a link. That's what he said. If 400,000, he'll be happy. He wouldn't be happy. That means that he wouldn't be happy if it was less than 400,000. Yeah? So, Wilder Fury, did 325,000 buys. Now let's live in a world of common sense. If someone says to you, I'll be happy if I got £200, but I only got £100, are you going to be happy with that? Because you wanted £200, but it only made, or you only got £100. You're not going to be happy. However, Showtime are saying, oh, we're very happy with 325. What the hell did you expect they were going to say? It was terrible? They invested their mortgage on that show. They invested their mortgage on advertising, promotion, Tyson Fury and Wilder on every single radio station, TV show, and they only made 325 buys, and do you think they're going to come out in public and say it's terrible? Of course not. Name me an executive of a show, HBO or Showtime, has come out and said, our pay-per-views has been terrible. No one never says that. So we, as the public, have to use our common sense and listen to what they say. If a person says, I'm happy with 400,000 in the media, and they made less than that, then they're going to be unhappy, but they can't say it publicly. But in the world of no common sense, they say that the pay-per-views was very, very good. And let's go to another lie, which is not true. Let's go to another one. Let's highlight something else that's not true. People are saying that this was one of the best debut pay-per-views. That's a lie. It's not true. It's actually not one of the best pay-per-views. It's actually at the lower end of the pay-per-views. Because you know what? I did some research. I was thinking, 325? Really? Nah, that can't be true. So I looked and done some research. I looked at all the pay-per-view numbers since 1960. Yes, they've been doing pay-per-view since 1960. I looked at all those pay-per-views in 1960, and I compared the debuts of Oscar De La Hoya, of Floyd Mayweather. That's the popular one. People said that, Wilder did better than Floyd Mayweather pay-per-view on its debut. Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, no, he didn't. Yeah, because let's talk about that. Floyd Mayweather's debut pay-per-view was against Vittorio Gatti. That did 340 pay-per-view buys in his debut against Vittorio Gatti. Deontay Wilder did 325. So he didn't do better than Floyd Mayweather in his debut. And let's look at the opponent, Vittorio Gatti. Let's look at that opponent for a second. Lennox Lewis, his debut pay-per-view. He fought a dude that I've never heard of in my life. He did 300,000 pay-per-views against somebody that no one don't know of. But let's think about this for a second. Deontay Wilder fought Tyson Fury, one of the best boxers in the world. Everybody knows, in hardcore fans knows his name, and they only managed to do 325,000. 25,000 more than Lennox Lewis in his debut against a no-name. But people are telling me that this was a fantastic pay-per-view debut for Wilder. No, it's propaganda. It's not real. It's make-believe. It's an alternative universe where common sense does not exist. I live in a world where common sense exists. It's not a good pay-per-view number. It's bad pay-per-view number. That's why AJ can come out in the media and say, I'm going to give you a flat fee. I can negotiate my terms, because they know that's a rubbish number. The problem is with boxing at the moment is that, look, not everybody has to understand the business of boxing. Us fans just think about, there's A and B, we want them to fight. Forget about the negotiation or whatever. We just want A and B to fight. That's what most fans care about, whether this person fights or not. But people don't understand the business behind the scenes of what really happens in the fights. And this is why people get disillusioned with the sport of boxing, and people don't tune into the sport of boxing, because there's lots of people out there, lots of shows, lots of people talking about boxing that don't have a clue about the business of boxing, understand it. And I think that if people understand the things behind the scenes, they'll understand what's really going on. And that means that they'll be able to watch boxing with a better understanding and not get disillusioned. And that's what it comes down to. So, at the end of the day, all I'm saying is that sometimes we have to look behind the bullshit that some people talk and look at the facts. And we speak facts. Now, everything that I've mentioned is all available in the public domain. You can Google it. I'm not an expert. I haven't got inside information. I searched like any other normal person. I found all the information I needed to come back with the information that I've got today. So it's not something that off the top of my head that I just thought about and said, oh, this number in thin air, that number in thin air. It's factual information I've got. So anything that I'm talking about with AJ, is all of the videos about AJ, it's all on the social media on YouTube. All the videos on Wilder saying he doesn't want to fight AJ, it's all on YouTube. So it's all in the public domain to watch at your leisure anytime you want. So anyways, that's my point of view based on the Wilder versus Fury, on the Wilder and Fury situation. Wilder and AJ situation. For me personally, I want AJ versus Wilder next. I want Wilder and AJ, I want Wilder and AJ next because I think that's a big fight. I think it's an entertaining fight. I hope that Wilder accepts the offer and gets Shelly Finkel to negotiate, because I think that, that Shelly Finkel, the manager of Wilder, is the reason why this fight is not going to happen. Shelly Finkel is old. I think he's like 87 or something. He's very old school. And he doesn't like the way that Eddie Hearn talks to him. And because of that, he's letting his ego about a younger man trying to be disrespectful to an older person get in the way of business. This happens a lot. Two fighters want to fight each other, but the managers, the promoters, oh, I want my name to be first on the banner. I want my name to be second. The little nitty-gritty little things gets in the way of fights being made. Shelly Finkel needs to get his ego in check, think about the bigger picture, think about the fans, and meet Eddie Hearn and make this shit happen. We want this fight to happen. Let's make it happen. That's what we want, and we all as fans should want this fight to happen. So hopefully the fight gets made. I have my fingers crossed. I have my fingers crossed hoping this fight happens, because I think that AJ will knock out Wilder. That's just my opinion. People have their own opinions if they want. This is my view. But we will never know unless they fight. So hopefully it can happen. Also as well, let's talk about something else that AJ talked about. He talked about, about the comment that I'm talking, that as you can see on here. He says, oh, I'm not interested in Tyson Fury. He's not the champion. When I was joining the heavyweight ranks, no one told me about lineal. I knew about the WBC, WBO. I knew about all the belts. So if people care about Tyson Fury, I'll take that too. Fury can step in. I'm running the game. I mean business. I'm about my business. I do that in the ring. So, a lot of people, hardcore fans, was pissed off with AJ for saying he doesn't care about the lineal championship. Now, I can understand where he's coming from in regards to the lineal championship, because when I was growing up, I didn't hear nothing about lineal championship. I didn't hear nothing about the man who beat the man. I know about that, but there wasn't no lineal belt or no lineal championship. I didn't see no belt. Can someone tell me, have anyone seen a lineal belt before? Because I ain't seen a lineal belt. Like, at the end of the day, all boxers care about is what goes around their waist. That's all they care about. Did you hear Klitschko talk about him being lineal champion? I didn't hear Klitschko saying, I'm the lineal champion. When Lennox Lewis was fighting, I didn't hear him saying about, I'm the lineal champion. I didn't say Lennox Lewis said, oh, I'm the lineal champion. You should fight me because I'm the lineal. Nah. But all of a sudden, Tyson Fury starts talking about lineal because he ain't got no belts. He brings up the lineal all of a sudden. But when he had the belts of Klitschko, was he mentioning, oh, I'm the lineal? Nah, he wasn't mentioning that then, wasn't he? But now he's fighting Wilder. they need something to build up Fury as a potential threat. Hardcore fans knows that Fury is a threat because he's the best, one of the best heavyweights in the world. We know that, but they need something like from his side to say for Wilder to get, because Wilder's got the WBC belt. But if he beats Fury, what does he get off Fury? So they have, oh, the lineal belt. Me personally, I think that it's important to beat the man that beat the man. I think that's important, yeah, for you to prove that you're the best. So I understand that part of it is important. However, a lineal belt, if you're going to do a lineal, then create a belt. Create an actual physical belt that we can see to show that, okay, you are a lineal champion. Because for me, and for a casual fan who doesn't know much about boxing, they're looking at Tyson Fury and thinking, you're a lineal champion, but where's the belt? I can't see nothing to say that you are a champion. That's why do you think that the Charlos wear, like, why do you think Jamal Charlo wears his interim belt all the time? Like, the Charlo wears an interim belt all the time. It's to make him look, it's all about, what do you call it, presentation. It's all about image. If he has a belt, he looks like a champion. He feels like a champion. So I am a champion. So that's what the belts are. That's why all these boxers have these belts, you know. And that's why, like, all of a sudden, AJ's talking about the IBO. He's saying I'm a 4-belt champion. The IBO. The IBO means shit. The IBO is not a recognized belt. Yeah. It's not a recognized belt. The IBF, WBA, WBO, yes. But the IBO, no. Yeah? Now, that's something that that's something that Eddie Hearn contradicts himself about. Because when Chris Eubank Jr. had the WBO belt, he was shitting all over the WBO. Shitting all over it. But then AJ has the WBO belt. Oh, it's important now because AJ got the belt. So with Eddie Hearn, it needs to be consistent. If you're going to be saying that it's shit with Chris Eubank Jr., you have to say it's shit when AJ has the belt. You can't be saying it's good now because AJ got the belt now. You have to be consistent. So the same way I'm shutting down Shelly Finkel and those guys, what they do, I'll same way I'll shut down Eddie Hearn if he's talking shit on the other end. So for me, the lineal is important to say that you're the man that beat the man. However, I believe that if you're going to do something lineal, it's a grey area. Because technically, if you're talking about lineal, then Lennox Lewis, when he retired, then he was the lineal and he retired. So technically, Klitschko wasn't the lineal champion. If you're talking technically, and they say that they gave it to him, the lineal champ, they gave Klitschko the lineage. But who gave Klitschko the lineage? Who gave it to him? Who? Can anyone find out who gave Klitschko the lineage? Because last time I checked, no one gave Klitschko the lineage. So technically, Tyson Fury ain't the lineal champion, technically. If you want to be technical about it. But if anyone got information on who gave Klitschko the lineage, then let me know. Because I checked, I couldn't find no one that gave Klitschko the lineage. So as far as I know, the lineage died when Lennox Lewis retired. So the whole build up to the Wilder Fury fight was based on something which wasn't true. He wasn't a lineal champion. Don't get me wrong, he is the man because he beat Klitschko, but he ain't a lineal champion. This is why I call it a grey area, because there's no official way of confirming who's lineal and who's not lineal. That's why they need to, if they want to do something called lineal championship, make it official, make it legal, or make an official belt so we can see, so we can actually put that in the mix. So anyways, that's my opinion on the whole situation. If you guys got an opinion on it, leave a comment. And if you like the show that I'm talking about, leave a like. Any likes would be great to boost the highlight of the show. And thanks to everybody that's been listening to the show. I'm going to go, but anybody want me to talk about certain things that's going on in the media, that's going on, you want to know about it, let me know and I'll speak about it. Anything that you're not sure about, like, I don't know, the 50 million or anything about the networks, pay-per-views, how it all works, let me know and I'll talk about it. I'm going to do a show on Thursday where I'm going to be talking about the Frampton and Warrington and the Chisora and Dillian Whyte fight. Thursday, 9 o'clock. So keep an eye out for that. I'm going to post about that very soon. If so, you can look at my social media. And all my social media will have details about the shows as well. Thanks for everybody that's on the show. Thanks for JD for your comment. All comments are appreciated. And I'll talk about anything you want me to talk about. Leave it in the comments as well. And I'm going to be popping away. But I'll be back on Thursday, 9 o'clock with my preview show. So thanks for everybody for watching. And peace out.